Welcome back, guys. This time round, I'm interviewing a client of ours called Phil, who is an NLP and mindset coach within the Content to Clients mastermind that I run. Phil's from the UK, he's from Leeds, and he helps guys radically accept themselves and change their own lives, self-development and also in business as well. So he's running a really impactful practice and coaching people through the struggles that they have associated with both business and life. Phil was employed full-time when he came to us, 18 plus years in learning and development. He came armed with nothing but his NLP accreditation. So he had no business, he had no offer. He was originally charging by the hour at a very low rate. And I remember on the sales call that we had, he actually said, I only need to win 18 clients a month to be able to replace my full-time wage based on an hour slot each. We shifted his whole way of thinking, and we restructured that offer and we made it so much more appealing. You know, we stacked it into a program rather than just hourly pricing, and it paid off. Within 2 weeks of us having that initial conversation and Phil being able to implement those strategies from an offer point of view, from a content point of view, and most importantly from a consistency and a mindset point of view, Phil was then able to go and land his first ever 4-figure paying client, which, coming from no clients at all, no offer, no business, is a massive step. And Phil's one of those people, an absolute pleasure to work with. You know, it just proves when you are coachable and when you're able to take knowledge and turn it into action, that you're going to start seeing results. So if you're interested in doing the same, if you're interested in building a 4-figure offer, developing a content strategy that generates leads organically and then closing those leads using nothing but content on social media and mindset, then you should take a look at our Content to Clients mastermind. It's a 6-month mastermind and we'll give you all the tools you need to do everything I've just mentioned. So if that's of interest, you can click the link below. It will take you to a landing page where you can read a bit more about it. But without further ado, I'd like to welcome Phil to the channel. Thanks for jumping on, Phil. Massively appreciate you taking the time out. I know you are mega busy. I don't know if you want to do a little intro for yourself, or you want me to do an intro?
Yeah, no worries. Cheers, Chris. Yeah, so I'm Phil McMullan. I run Phil NLP, which is a coaching business that I've been running now since the beginning of the year. And yeah, I'm really passionate about transforming the lives of guys who just feel really disconnected in life and want to get back into living on purpose and living with real credibility and honesty. And yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to still be part of this, Chris, for you. It's an awesome experience these last 6 months or so. So yeah, really good to be chatting to you today.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Right back at you. You know, we jumped in and you'd got your NLP certification.
Yeah. And
needed to market that essentially using content. And obviously the platform of choice at that time was Instagram. And you had a low follower count.
Yeah. I had about, I think probably about a handful of people at that point. I think I had about 5, maybe 6 people that were following me, and they were literally people that had been on the same NLP course as me. So yeah, I was proper fresh. I think I had a go at setting up a website. Didn't really know what I was doing. Just used a bit of a website builder and was a bit, oh yeah, I need to do something. And it was on Instagram that I came across obviously you and your profile, and I was like, that's what I need. I need someone who knows what they're doing on Instagram. And I could see clearly you had grown. Your growth was incredible. I sort of looked at the history and where you'd gone and saw everything in your content. I was like, everything about this just seems awesome. And yeah, I think I was a bit nosy and clicked a few things, clicked a few likes and made a few things, and then you got in touch, and yeah, best thing ever, best connection ever, I reckon, that I've ever had on social. So yeah, it was an absolute pleasure.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we jumped on a call, and you were what I like to call an action taker. You know, you jumped in straight away, paid in full. One of the founding members of Content to Clients, the mastermind program, whatever it is. I'd say it's more of a mastermind, to be honest. And you were a cornerstone of the community. But that's a big leap, right? What was it that sort of pushed you over the edge? Obviously, you'd seen some of the growth.
Yeah.
But what was it that made you take that initial leap?
I think there are a couple of things that are going through my mind. I was really clear right at the beginning what I could do. So I knew my skill as a coach. I knew that part of it. But I also knew my absolute, I guess, my blind spot, my Johari window, my whole kind of, this is what I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. But I knew something about your approach, your details of your program, and I saw everything about the content you were pushing out. It just was really clear. And I think, when you work in learning and development like I've done in my career, and I work with marketing teams as well in organizations, what's good copy, what makes sense, and everything that I saw, the quality of everything you're putting out, and just your whole profile, there was just a real sense of credibility. And although I didn't know you, when we got on that initial call, we had a chat a little bit like this, it just felt so like normal. Like there was no pushiness about it. You were just really curious, really inquisitive about me, and you sort of saying, what do you want? And everything you were asking, I was like, yep, that's what I need. Yep, that's what I need. And I knew instinctively I was going to invest in myself to do this. I just didn't know who or why. But I looked at a few others before I even chose to sort of have a conversation with you. And, some of them just felt a little bit too, I don't know, not extreme's the wrong word, but just too, I guess, too rehearsed. You were so natural and human, and it was almost like I just knew that there was a real connection between us as well. And I thought, I trust you. I just had immediate trust with you, and that was followed through in everything you delivered on. So, even though that was like paying some money up front, £1,500, £2,000, whatever it was, up front, and you go in, that's a lot of money I'm paying over to someone I don't know. But immediately, you gave me access to the course. You showed me what was going on. You showed me what was development. You showed me what was ready, what you were building, who you were connected with. And I just thought, look at who you, like, just saw who you were connected with on social media itself, like who you interacted with, some of the real big social media players. And I was like, this guy knows what he's doing. And yeah, it was just the best decision ever. So yeah, best investment in me. In a long time. So it was awesome.
Amazing. Thank you, man. I'm glad it's been so transformational for you, I think, by the sounds of things.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a good question to ask next. What was the transformation? From when you first joined, obviously you get hit with quite a few things. This growing a business, especially a almost non-existent business, to putting together a 4-figure offer, to winning clients and actually having to deliver to them. What was going on in terms of your feeling internally, but also how do you think you were then compared to how you are now?
Yeah. So there were probably three things I'd probably say that transformed for me. The first was, I think, I had always had this dream of setting up my own business. And although all the work I did on my NLP program and that course there was fantastic, it still didn't actually activate and give you an offer, a product to talk about. It was just, I was going to be a coach, and I thought I could go out there and sell myself as a coach. And the first thing that I think really struck to me when working with you was really understanding the dynamics of what a product is made up of. Because yes, you are selling yourself, but actually how you sell yourself, what you're actually putting together, what you're telling people you're actually offering, that was just completely elusive to me. And that was the first big transformation for me, was actually sitting down and going, why the hell am I doing this? What is it I'm getting involved in? Who do I want to help? Why do I want to help them? How am I going to help them? And then what does that actually turn into in terms of saying, look, I can do this for you. So if you looked at my profile when I first started, I didn't understand anything about how to promote myself, position myself, market myself, any of that stuff. It was such a naivety. I thought, you just put a few things together. I think I've been on like a webinar with someone who talks about social media, and I was like, oh yeah, you do that. But literally, it was such a novice, like everything from even the type of content I was putting out. I just didn't even understand you needed a strategy behind the content, actually thinking about what you're going to send to who, how you're going to engage. And the funniest thing, I think was like, and you kept on repeating it, but social media is a social platform. It's not just to sit and look at stuff, it's actually to engage and interact with people. And I think that was the biggest thing that probably transformed for me, was the confidence to talk to random people that I didn't know if they wanted anything from me, but just to get out there and start talking to people in a way which was, look, let's have a chat. And the number of conversations I've had with potential clients, with actual clients, that, people that became clients, has just been incredible, because you're tapping into someone, it could be on the other side of the world, who sat there having a really challenging time and they just needed someone to talk to. And you're there reaching out, spotting this opportunity to say, look, I could potentially help you. And then that turns into a conversation where they either become a client or you help them with something. I think it's just magical. So that for me was definitely that third element of just getting that real confidence to go out there and just do something that was so alien. And I'm quite an outgoing person, but to tap into someone's direct message and say, hi, how are you, was just like, what, you don't do that? That's weird. I don't know him. But you absolutely, taught the right skills, the approach, everything about it, and made it a normal thing, and helped me overcome definitely some of those barriers that were stopping me from the beginning. So yeah.
Amazing.
That was cool.
Such a glowing review, man. I really, really appreciate it. And as I said earlier, you've been one of the rocks in the program. And I've got a couple more questions. I know you've got to shoot shortly, but let's talk about the community, because when you first jumped in, that it wasn't really a community, because you were one of the first people in. Obviously, that evolved over time. So for me, that became almost the biggest selling point. It is the biggest selling point now. But as for someone, obviously I'm involved in it, I'm in there every day, but as from someone else's point of view, talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's rare to be involved in a scenario where there are some like-minded people that are respectful, they're cool, they're innovative, they've got skills and expertise that are so unique and differentiated, that actually coming together in that group, it felt really special, because you're not just, it didn't feel like, I've been on all sorts of courses, I've been in training and development for 20 odd years, and it's rare, I will say this, it's rare when you get a group of people that collectively, who are random strangers who don't know each other, who come together and all they want to do is root for each other, back each other, share advice, share expertise, and really help each other with all sorts, and do that because all they want to do is see everybody else succeed as well as themselves. And I think that's the special thing that you've got on this courses and this program and this mastermind group, is you pick people, and anyone privileged to get on to this, they're going to have an absolute wild time, because they're going to just have a real group of people that are just there for them, and they're not going to let you fail, and they're going to be there when it's tough, they're going to be there when you get your wins, and they're going to be there when you're just thinking, gosh, this is hard and I need a bit of motivation. So I think, and that's reflective of you and your leadership of that course and that program. So yeah, kudos to you, Chris, on that, because that's just shows who you are as a person.
Thanks, man. It means a lot. Final question, Phil, and then I'll let you disappear. Yeah. What would you say to anyone who may be on the fence, either about booking a call with me, having a chat with me, or considering just signing up to Content to Clients and getting some more clients, or their first clients?
Yeah, I think, I was quite an action taker, so I got in there, but, I think within the first, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I'd signed my first 1,500 quid paying client. And I was sat there going, no one wants to buy from me. Why would someone want to buy from me? But you made that happen. And I think if anyone's sat here watching this thinking, just do it. Find a way. Chris, you will help people work out a plan, work out how to get on it, support them in any way. And I think your skills, your expertise, your connections, your knowledge of how to do this is second to none. And I think anyone just sat there going, should I do it? It'd be a yes every time from me to say, just do it, because you've got nothing to lose. You really haven't. You are going to go away from this interaction, from this experience, with either a huge new set of contacts that you will help you in life, a new client base that you didn't think you could have, a strategy for your content and your program, or whatever it is you're offering. You're going to have something that's going to help you activate your business that you just wouldn't have if you didn't get involved. So yeah, just do it. There's nothing stopping. Just do it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words, Phil. It means a lot. I know we've spent a lot of time together and we've got some amazing results. You know, they're not just financial. There have been so many breakthroughs, so many friendships formed as well in the group. And yeah, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being a part of it and taking the time out of your evening. So I'll let you shoot, man. I've also got to jump on a LinkedIn Live in a minute. So yeah, great to chat, man. I'll speak to you soon.
Take care, Chris. See you, mate.